Hollow Knight's bosses are easily the highlight of the game. Not only does it have over 40 bosses for us to fight, but each one is extremely unique, having their own distinctive designs, music tracks, sounds, and, most importantly, attack patterns. You see, before Hollow Knight, I never really had to use all that much skill and focus in boss battles. Most bosses either could be wailed on or had extremely obvious weaknesses. So you can see why Hollow Knight was such a big deal to me. I found myself spending hours stuck on bosses like the Traitor Lord and Soul Master, dying in the same spot over and over again, with no idea as to why. It was during one of my fights with Soul Master that I began to take notice of something that I had never really given that much thought to before in previous games: the tell animations. I realized that these split-second animations could clue me in on not only when an enemy would strike, but also what attack they'd use, and those cues are a crucial part of Hollow Knight's combat. I began to see these little animations in nearly every enemy I came across, keeping them in mind during every fight. I was able to predict my opponent's moves, learning when to dodge and what to do for each attack, and that was a huge deal to me. I learned to back up whenever Traitor Lord leaned forward so I wouldn't get hit, that Soul Master's dash attack was the best time to get some hits in, and that the best time to heal during Grimm's fight was when he did his spike attack. Learning this simple skill of reading my enemies was key during the rest of my gameplay, and that's why Hollow Knight is so special to me. It was the first game to truly teach me just how important it is to learn about your opponent's moves, memorizing their attack patterns in order to exploit them, and overall to just pay attention to bosses during their fights. You never know what hints they might give away. But that was only half of Hollow Knight's combat equation. You could be 3 steps ahead all you want, but all that foresight means nothing if you can't act on it. That's the second thing I learned from Hollow Knight: the importance of skill and reflexes. In past games, my reflexes and concentration were god-awful. I would freeze when I didn't know what to do, be too focused on one attack to notice another coming my way, and that led to a lot of deaths, especially in PvP games. The same thing happened when I first entered Hallownest, constantly freezing and getting hit, resulting in countless deaths. I ended up getting stuck on Broken Vessel for so long that I almost considered giving up. I was dying dozens of times, never feeling a sense of progress each time I tried to beat it, like I hit a brick wall. This whole time, I was under the assumption that being prepared was what mattered most in a fight. Yet despite memorizing every attack and trying every charm combination, I just wasn't getting anywhere. I started to think that I just wasn't good enough to beat it, that this game was just too hard for someone like me. But my stubbornness wouldn't let me quit, meaning I needed to try something new.